They're not the same thing.
The property boom is pushing more people to take out lenders' mortgage insurance. Exclusive data given to the business shows the number of policies taken out by borrowers has risen by a quarter in the pandemic as house prices continue to soar across the country. The majority of people taking out LMI are first home buyers, and many don't realise it actually protects the bank instead of them. Emilia Terzon reports.
After years of saving, this young family is moving into their own home.
We are very, very excited. We want to just jump and skip these 2 weeks and just move.
If you have read through the contract.
But their first mortgage came with an expensive financial product.
So if you see the contract here, we have to pay $24,000 in the LMI.
Lenders' mortgage insurance is usually paid by people who don't have a 20% deposit. It doesn't protect them. Instead, the insurer pays out the bank if the borrower defaults on the loan and the property is sold for less than the mortgage.
They are trying to just pass on their risk to a third-party insurer.
The one-off payment is being added to their mortgage.
We would be paying interest on top of it because it's accumulated in the loan.
Nitin and Priya tried to save enough to avoid LMI, but house prices just kept rising.
That the same amount which was earlier 20%, that actually became 10% when the prices they increased.
The number of people taking out mortgages with LMI has risen from 218,000 in 2019 to 273,000 last year. As buyers continue to flood into the market, more than 150,000 borrowers got this sort of insurance in the first 6 months of this year alone. On average, 70% of them are first home buyers.
I want them to understand that they are paying for an insurance policy that doesn't cover them, it covers the bank.
One of the biggest suppliers of LMI is Genworth. It just posted a $60 million profit after seeing a 15% rise in policies being taken out. The other big player is QBE, and there's also some banks like ANZ that are now doing LMI in-house.
Banks are starting to cotton on to the fact that they can make money off these products. My issue with that is they're then incentivised to push you down the LMI route.
The finance sector says that LMI gets people into the property market sooner while giving confidence to lenders. But QBE, Genworth, the major banks and all of their lobby groups wouldn't do an interview to defend the product.
What happens in a down market? If prices were to start falling, that's when this whole thing could come unscrambled.
Analysts urge borrowers to learn about the dark side of LMI, which Helen and Joe Tolan discovered when they defaulted on their mortgage. Their cyclone-damaged investment property sold at a loss, so QBE paid out the lender and then came after them to recoup the cash.
We found out we had this lender's insurance and QBE wanted $84,000 or something within 48 hours off us.
They're still paying it back 10 years later, despite Helen being on disability support and Joe unemployed as her carer.
I'm paying $290 a fortnight.
And I pay $130 a fortnight.
QBE wouldn't comment on the case, but confirmed it still goes after people to recoup LMI losses in rare circumstances.
I do think this part of the industry is something that really is ripe for a thorough review.
Property prices are still rising, but there is a range of options for people who'd like to avoid paying for LMI. Certain banks are waiving it for people in stable professions, and there's a range of schemes where the federal government pays for it for first home buyers. Spots on those programs are limited and competitive, as Kelly Lehman discovered when she applied for a Commonwealth scheme for Indigenous first home buyers.
It was a long period of applying, a lot of paperwork.
After a year of waiting, she bought this home in Melbourne, but the loan did come with some conditions.
I can't get offset, I can't redraw, I can't consolidate any loans, but I skipped out on paying lender's mortgage insurance, which was helpful.
Getting into the market however you can.